Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will be filming my foundation routine. I'd say my foundation routine is catered towards those who have acne-prone skin, oily to combination skin as well. My foundation routine is medium to heavy coverage because I do have scarring, so I do like a foundation that is very buildable, and that's the foundation I will be showing you today, as well as how I prep my skin, which is super important when it comes to foundation. To having a really beautiful canvas of your makeup, which is your foundation, is very important in order to get and succeed with a beautiful look. If your foundation, your base is off, your whole look will be off. So this video will consist of my foundation routine, prep before foundation routine, how I maintain my foundation throughout the day from slipping and sliding because I do have oily skin, as well as a little chit chat of my personal acne story and my journey with acne. This video will include prep before foundation, primer, foundation, concealer, powder, a little bit of baking, as well as bronzer, because that is initially my base. That usually does not change, and I go through my makeup looks. Blush, highlight always changes, but my bronzer is my ride or die. That does not change. Same with my foundation. I do not plan on changing it unless I find something better that is same, if not better than my foundation at the moment. So yeah, let's get started. Just get your hair out of your face because you don't want that to get in the way. Your base has to be clean. Wash your face before you apply your makeup. You don't want dirt under makeup because that will just trap it. You'll get more breakouts. Make sure your skin is clean and freshly washed. Next thing we're gonna do, which will be a surprise to a lot of people, is we're gonna shave our face. So to get a beautiful, clean, clear canvas, get in the way. And your makeup will not look as airbrushed as you want it to if you have hair, facial hair on your face. Even peach fuzz will get in the way of a flawless canvas. So I am going to be using the Twinkle Razors. There are a lot of theories about a woman shaving her face, and they think that, oh, hair will grow back thicker, darker, whatnot, and that's only if you use a men's razor. Your hair on your skin will not become like how it is on your husband's face or your dad's face or your brother's face, because you are using these razors that are catered to work for female skin. This razor I bought off, I think it was Amazon. It was, I think, a 42 piece for $36, which is amazing. These go a long way. You can use them for a very long time, and you'll start noticing that it goes dull, and that's when you toss it. The benefit about this razor is that it not only takes away the hair off your face, but also exfoliates your skin. And if you know, with acne leaves a lot of scarring on your face, especially if you had it for a very prolonged time, and if you had it from a young age where you just start popping them like I have, you have a lot of scarring. So what this does is it exfoliates your skin, takes dead skin off your face, which then gives your skin room to build new skin on top of the scarring, which will then cover up the scarring. So how I shave my face is I pull my skin. I have a lot of hair, especially on the sideburn regions. So I pull my skin up, you see how much? And then you just start pushing down. Do not go upward. Stay in one direction. Stay going downward. Do not go upward. Just like that. All the way down. Over here. All the way down. And just continue this pattern. And always slant your brush. Do not go straight, because it will not cut as much hair as it would if you had it in a slanted way. So look, if this is straight, this is not cutting anything. Once it's slanted, I noticed that when I was younger, I was a very hairy child. I'm brown, I have a lot of brothers, I have a lot of hair. So I used to go for waxing, like from an auntie at our house, which was my mom's friend, and every time I used to go, I used to break out a lot because I was allergic to her wax. Like, I used to have acne. First of all, I have acne, and I go to wax it. It irritates the acne, and I get a lot more acne for the next couple weeks until I need to go back again. It's just a whole cycle repeating. I have acne, I go get my face waxed, I get more acne, wait a couple weeks, that acne's still there, go for another wax. It just keeps building and building and building. So then I realized that I was allergic to her wax, plus the waxing irritated my skin. When I started getting threaded, and threaded hurt so bad. And then one day, this was recent when I started doing these. No more waxing, no more threading, no more laser. I could just do it at home whenever I want. I've never looked back since I got the order. Been super, super happy. I shared this with my Bobby. She also does that as well. Cause it's like an on-the-go thing. If you don't have time to go to a salon and get your waxed or whatnot, you can always use these. And just amazing because it gives you such a clean canvas for your makeup to lay on, which is always a plus. Next thing we're gonna be doing, since our pores are open at the moment because of the fact that we shaved, an ice cube. I can't hold it without it slipping. And what we're gonna do is just run this across everywhere that we shaved just to close up all our pores. Oh, it's so cold. Okay. Next step, moisturize your face. I use the Cetaphil moisturizing lotion, and I personally like this moisturizer a lot, especially when I get out of the shower. It just feels skin, it feels moisturized, not too sticky. And everyone knows why moisturizing is very important. It's always good to have a moisturized base before you apply your foundation. This is also because if you have any dry spots, usually foundation does cling to those dry spots, just makes your face look like a total mess. Always good to have to moisturize your skin, make sure the foundation glides on beautifully. So that's a very important step. Next is primer. So what we'll be priming our skin with is actually, we'll do 2 primers. So the first one will be number 7 Instant Illusions Airbrush Away Primer. Mine's almost done. Any primer, usually I would use the Professional Primer by Benefit. That's an amazing primer, but your girl ran out of that, so nothing really she can do about it right now. So I'm just using this one. It's good. It gives you that silicone feeling, which a lot of people don't like, but I don't mind. Just makes my skin feel very velvety smooth. So yeah, I just finished. It's done now. So rub that into your skin. Now for the star of the show. Alright, so once priming with the number 7 primer is done, we will be going in with the Nanoblur. This is by Indeed Laboratories. And when I was getting my makeup done for prom, my makeup artist used this on me and it looked like I had no pores or no acne. It was actually tripping me out. So I asked her what exactly she used, and she used this. So instant correction of the appearance of skin aging, including the looks of fine lines, wrinkles, crow's feet, and enlarged pores, which is what I got. So we're just gonna take a pea-sized amount and just dab it where you have pores. The thing with this is if you put too much, it will dry out your skin. It will. Because I used to use so much of it, and then I used to use the Hourglass stick foundation, and the foundation would cling to the spots where I basically laid this down. So I do not recommend using a matte drying foundation. Even though you have oily skin, I do not recommend applying a dry matte foundation with this primer underneath. I'm telling you, this is totally worth switching out your foundation for. It works wonders. So once that is applied, you'll even notice like the foundation I'm using is not a matte foundation. It is a dewy foundation because this is a primer I use. This is a primer I live and die for. I love this primer. It's not even a primer, it's just a skincare product. And if you, just fair warning, if you use this and you use a matte foundation on top of it, you will not like your results. So do not quote me on that. I use a dewy foundation because this is a very drying primer. It will stick to the dry patches. Therefore, if you use a really moisturizing foundation, it will not stick to this primer. All right, now for the foundation. The foundation I use is Cover FX Natural Finish Oil-Free Foundation, which is that bad boy right there. And I'm the shade G+60. So I'm using a Real Techniques beauty sponge, and I'm using it dry because I feel like using it dry is gonna help me apply, is gonna give me a lot more better color payoff with this foundation instead of using it wet, because that will just absorb up all my foundation that I applied to my face. Dry beauty sponge and just start dabbing it everywhere. So let's start talking about when I got acne. I got acne Well, it all started in around grade 6. Where it sucked because everyone has baby smooth skin. Well, at least my friends did. And I started getting acne. And I was known as the girl with the disgusting skin. No one wanted, when I went to sleepovers, no one wanted to put makeup on my skin, which I don't blame them. You're in 6th grade, you don't know what's going on. If you see something and you think it's gross, you're not gonna touch it, but even if it's on someone's face, that's fine, that's whatever. It just sucked because at that age is where your self-esteem starts to sort of build. I feel like it was to the point where I kept picking mine because I'm like, okay, this has to go, it has to go, it has to go. So I kept picking at it, and it only made it worse. All right, so that's what the foundation looks like. I love the coverage. It's always super buildable, but I feel like this is enough for me personally. All right, next is concealer. You can use any concealer, honestly. I like something that's really brightening, and the product I will be using for concealer is not concealer. It's a foundation that I bought to use as foundation, but it was just a few shades too light for me, light enough to be a concealer. So I'll be using the Born This Way foundation in the shade Light Beige. Put it on a concealer brush. So back to my story. I tried everything. In grade 6, my brother bought me Proactive style. That did not work. I just used cleansers all the time, and I didn't really start wearing makeup properly until grade 8. So in the meantime, I was just using MAC Studio Fix foundation primer. I think that's what it's called. That's what I was using to cover up what I could, but at the end of the day, it was always gone. That really sucked. I noticed my skin clearing once I let my skin breathe, once I stopped wearing makeup. All right, so I'm using the Bresamé brightening French vanilla powder in the shade Translucent. I'm just going to bake my under eye. So I'm using the flat side of that Real Techniques beauty sponge. Recommended me to a dermatologist that worked in her building. So I went to him and he's like, do you want to do Accutane? And I always wanted to do Accutane, but I heard it's a very strong drug. Open to it because at this point I'm in grade 12, okay? Birth control did not work, Proactive did not work. I'm in grade 12. It's been 6 years since I started to have acne. I'm so tired of it that I just want to get rid of it. So I'm like, okay, let's do it. I'm just gonna set the other areas of my skin with the Sephora Matte Perfection Powder Foundation in shade 32 Natural Fawn. The amount of peeling I had on my skin with Accutane was terrible. I heard it makes your skin really dry, makes everything super, super dry, but I never thought it would be to that extent. So I already hated it, but I noticed that I wasn't getting any more active acne after I started it. On to month 2 when I started having stomach pains and I just couldn't eat anything. I went to the hospital because I couldn't eat anything, and the doctor's like, the enzyme levels in your kidney or liver that were off. So the doctor told me just to stop Accutane because Accutane is such a strong drug that it could cause so many complications with your body. So I just stopped it from there. And getting rid of your acne is not worth compromising your health. It does not matter. There's no excuses in the world that will persuade me to think that getting rid of your acne is worth compromising your health or getting you unhealthy in any way. I don't care. I'll live with the acne. That's fine. Still. Alright, next thing is we're going to take a MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in, if I can open it, Deep Darkest. Taking my broken brush by Morphe. It's an angled brush to start bronzing where you want to be bronzed. Next thing you want to do is dust off all this powder. And another thing I like to do is take that same powder I used on my under eye with the same beauty sponge and just clean up my bronzer to make it look really straight. You need setting spray just to lock it all in. That's how I do my face makeup, including foundation, prepping the skin, everything you just saw. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video just as much as I enjoyed filming it. But yeah, until next time guys, bye.